Welcome back, guys. We're back again with another live. Today we'll be talking about some interesting topics. Welcome back to Football Kings, guys. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's start. Anyways, we will end with Liverpool versus Manchester United, giving our thoughts on what possibly might happen, but then not super. I guess we're not really doing like a major prediction, but we're just looking at what possibly is happening around Liverpool and some of the injury scares that we're seeing
Yeah,
coming out of
people
Liverpool this
dropping
week.
like
Yeah.
flies.
Yeah, this international break is causing a lot of players to get injured. So yeah, it's a crazy one. Anyways, let's start. Let's start with let's start with Jack Wilshere. So Jack Wilshere is taking over Luton Town, right? Jack Wilshere is 33 years old, taking over Luton
Mm,
Town. He was in him and another person, the two of them were like the major two targets for Luton. I
mm-hmm.
think the person's name is Wellington or Welton or something like that. But yeah, the two of them
Mm-hmm.
were in run to take over from um to take over managing Luton Town, but Jack Wilshere ultimately became the one to take over Luton Town. What do you think about Jack Wilshere becoming the manager of Luton Town?
I'm just worried, like, how much experience does he have? Right? Hi, Dara. How much experience does he have?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
He
Because
has had some experience, not as a
what
first team,
experience
not as a manager. I don't think he has had experience as a
has
has he
what?
had as a manager on this level. But I know he was part of
That's
the
what I'm saying.
man. I was reading this a while back. He
Was he
was
part of the looting setup, or what setup was he part of?
no,
Arsenal
not
youth.
part of Luton setup. Well, I can't remember. I literally read this yesterday. I just can't remember where he was at. I saw this yesterday. But he has had some experience. He has had some experience, but not as a. I don't think he has had experience. Oh yeah, I think he was coaching in under 18 for
Mm,
a particular big. I don't know if it's Arsenal under 18 or something under 18. He was coaching there, and then he moved to be part of the um
mm,
coaching staff for one club like that, and then this is his
mm.
next job. But this is his first time being a manager on this level. I think so. First time being a manager on this level.
Where I say I've won this shirt so many times, Dara. Come on. I've won it so many times.
But yeah, but good luck to him
Um,
though. Giving giving I don't know what he will do with Luton Town, because Luton Town, I never expected them to take so much of a hit. They're now in League One. I think they're sitting 11th in League One, or is it worse than that? I think
I
they're in
don't
League
know,
One
like,
right now, right?
when their former coach left the Premier League, I don't know what happened. He just
Hmm.
left the Premier League. He just felt like he had no more motivation.
Yeah.
Decided to slide down, right? They slid down from championship. They even sacked him.
Hmm.
They sacked him before they left the championship, and they are now back in League One.
Hmm.
It's sad. It's sad. A team that played Manchester City, a town that played Manchester City, played in the Premier League,
But to
and
be fair,
suddenly,
they weren't even Premier League ready by the time they got to the Premier League. They had to even reschedule like their first
so
game, and
yeah.
I say if Lampard can do it, anyone can. Yeah, anyone
Uh,
can at this point. Wow, I didn't
No,
expect that.
but
But
Lampard's case is different because Lampard coached Derby.
yeah.
Anyway, Dara might be right. Lampard coached Derby,
Hmm.
but you can argue that that Derby experience was a big one for him. Do you get what I? Oh my God, is
Man,
that but then
that's a huge comment. Man. That's a huge comment. He said it's the one,
Oh
it's the
my
one
God.
devoid of managers that Wilshere, who probably played 10 games in all of his career due to injury, is now appointed as a
Yeah,
manager. Wow, nothing Musa no go see forget. But it's really crazy because Wilshere is 33.
too young.
He's
It's too young.
33. But how old is
It's too
Hazard?
young.
Hazard is not really that old, too.
Hazard
Hazard
is
and Salah,
33.
yeah, Wilshere is 33, Hazard is
Yeah,
33. How old is Salah? Salah is
it's
almost the
too
same age
young.
with these guys.
Salah is
Playing at
33.
the
Don't say
highest
almost.
level.
Ah,
Playing at the highest level.
I don't,
Longevity.
it's a bad idea if you ask me. Because even
I
Lampard that
don't
we're
think.
comparing,
Yeah.
when was Lampard his first game? How old was Lampard? Lampard was
Mm,
almost maybe 36 or so, or 37. You can
yeah.
agree he was thrown straight into management. We
Yeah.
understand that. But
Mhm.
Ikena has a point. Lampard even played more. But even your
But
playing
think
career
about the
doesn't
level
matter.
Luton Town they are in. Which manager
I
will want to coach Luton Town?
There are
Like,
managers there. They are hungry managers, Kingsley.
okay, fair enough, fair enough, fair
Why
point.
why didn't they go for Graham Potter?
Graham Potter will go. Graham Potter that's been coaching in the Prem will go and coach Luton Town.
That's a step down. That's a step down.
That's an wow.
That's a
That's a
step.
huge. Amorim will be available
Director.
soon.
Oh my god, that's funny. That's really funny. Say
Knows nothing
I'm gonna
about
be
football.
honest.
Wow. Okay. Ikenna is saying no, he isn't young. Villas-Boas took over Chelsea at 33, I think. Problem is that Wilshere knows nothing about football to be managed. Come on, guys. Wilshere has had some experience. This is his first, but every manager has to have a start. You have to give a manager a start. This is his
Yeah.
first major start, right?
But
As a
for people that
manager,
want
as
to
a head
climb up,
coach.
anyways,
Like
there's
where else would
nothing
he has to start from somewhere? First okay, Maresca was he not coaching in Man City's academy? For Man City
for long.
academy
He coached for like two,
for
three years.
for a while, and then
Yeah.
he moved to championship, right? And then
No, he moved to a club in Italy
okay, a club in
where
okay, I missed that. A
where
club in
he
Italy
failed. Where he failed
where he
woefully.
failed, then came to
Then
championship,
he came to championship.
and then which is Leicester, right? And then
Yeah.
or
Boom.
and then yeah,
Yeah.
and then Chelsea. So somebody has to start from somewhere. He has to start from somewhere. So let's not clown him. Let's see what he does.
I just think this is just a celebrity appointment. Wheelchair, like
I see
Ikena
what you're
said, we
saying. I see what you're
wheelchair
saying.
should go more grassroots, learn the game. Like
Okay,
playing
okay,
football
okay.
is even different from coaching.
From coaching. Okay, you
It's
have a
it's
point.
good. It's good when you play and you
Mm-hmm.
coach. It's an advantage, but at the same time, is it an advantage?
Mm.
The best coaches, those people who say the best coaches, one of some people, anyways, best coaches are people that didn't even play. But how many are they?
Mm.
Do you get what I'm saying? And because you were a very good player, doesn't even guarantee you that you'll be a very good manager.
That's fair. That's
Do
fair.
you get what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, Wilshere, how long did he even play? Was he a good player?
Mm.
Do you get
That's
Lampard?
fair.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, Lampard now went to Derby. From Derby came to Chelsea, huge learning experience. You can argue that he did fairly well, but that know-how wasn't there. Do you
Mm-hmm.
get what I'm saying? After he
Yeah.
left Chelsea, I don't know where he went. He came back to Chelsea again. I think if he went to Everton, he failed at Everton. He went to, but at the end of the day, when he took a break,
Mm-hmm.
during that break, most of the time when Lampard was interviewed, he said, "To be honest with you, I had not like he's not yet gotten to the level, right?"
Gerard is
He
free.
said, Gerrard had rejected Rangers. He will now accept Luton Town. He's not yet gotten to that level.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get in terms of experience? It has to come. So he learned a lot being on that break.
Yeah.
Then he decided he was not going to take a Premier League job. He went down to the Championship. But you
Mm.
see, he's gathered enough experience, learned from his mistakes
Yeah.
before now. But I feel like Luton Town, a club that wants to climb up. Anyways, there's no harm in trying him, but I don't know. I don't know. Because even if you say it's a celebrity hire, it's not, how do I say it? Wilshere is not really a big name, big name.
But at least it's something that people will be like, Jack Wilshere. It will raise
Yes,
eyebrows. It will raise
he
eyebrows a
raised
little bit.
it raised eyebrows because even me, I
Mm.
was even shocked. Like, what?
I was
Jack
surprised.
Wilshere?
I first read that he was a contender for that job. Him and
Yeah.
another guy. The other guy seemed to be more experienced. And then all of a sudden, Fabrizio just releases it. Here we go. This was yesterday, I think, or a couple days ago. Fabrizio released it. Here we go. I think yesterday I saw it. Here we go. Jack Wilshere to this. So it was quite surprising. But anyways, let's move on. Let's move from that conversation. Let's talk about the Athletic labeling Sesko as the worst summer signing.
Mhm.
They really label Sesko as the worst summer signing.
It's really weird.
It
It's
makes
really
is it not
weird.
too soon? Are you labeling somebody as worst summer signing at this point?
I don't know. I don't know. In terms of summer signings, I
What's
don't
your
know.
take on that? What's your take on that?
SSB welcome. Okay. If okay, okay. The first question is it too early to start talking? Please, no. I reject that. I reject that Ikena, please, not from Luton to Chelsea. He's not coming close to our club. We don't want him near our club, right? So that's it.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
I just think, mm, first thing is it too early? That's the big question. Is it too early
I think
for
it's
us
too
to
early.
even say someone has flopped or is not? Because it's just seven. Okay, let's say total of 9 games. Do you get what I'm saying? Are they just trying to generate media stuff? But in
Hmm.
terms of what signing has not impressed you the most, would it be
Yeah.
Sesko? I don't think so. I don't even think it would be Sesko.
Really,
If you ask me,
I don't think
no.
so. Which signing has not impressed you yet? Like a list of people that have not impressed you.
I would say Wits. Wits is top of my list.
Why? I don't get this. Why do people keep on saying? I think the only reason why people are saying this is because they have high expectations of him.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why people are saying this. He says media is looking for likes and clicks and sponsors. Most likely, he be saying I told you to stop following all these reactive journalists. It's crazy. Like number one, I would not call Sesko um the worst summer signing of
Who said that?
25-26 season. Like based on the Athletic, right, saying is the worst summer signing. It makes no sense. I will not call Sesko the worst. Exactly.
Oh, is
Exactly.
it
So
you?
I'm curious. I'm curious with what metrics they use to label him as the worst. I'm curious. We need to check this metric. You understand? What metric did they use, Andy? What metric did they use to call him the worst? Do you know the metric? Let me
I
look
don't
that
know
up.
the met. I don't know the metric, but the brother has scored 2 goals, right?
What metric will make him number one is okay, let me just say my
Scored two
point.
goals.
Number one, it's
Yeah.
too early for us to have this type of conversation because anything can happen. Some people have a slow start to the season and then
Caicedo had a
it
slow start.
clicks. It clicks.
Caicedo had a slow start.
So it's too soon to say that, right? Also, what will they add Isaac to the list of what summer signings? Or they are only giving
No,
Isaac
Isaac has
some
not
time off
played. He's
because
not played.
because he has not
He's
had a
not even
preseason.
played.
No, I
He's
also
not
saw, I
played.
also know. I'll tell you why I'm saying this because I read
Mm.
today. So I read today one of these Liverpool blogs or basically journalists coming out to say Isaac has no excuses anymore. He has to start performing. He has to
Mm.
show up in the Manchester United game. No more excuses for Isaac. Like I don't understand. Like when are we why are we basically putting all this pressure on guys so soon when the season just started? To me, we've not done 10 games yet in this season. We've not really seen much. So why are people already making this sort of starting this sort of conversations of who is the worst summer signing versus who isn't the worst summer signing versus what is all this talk? Or for
Okay,
example,
okay.
Isaac has no excuses.
Let,
Isaac has to
let me ask
deliver
you
against
this.
United.
Let
It's
me
too soon
let
for us
me
to say all these things.
let me ask you this question.
Hmm.
At what point would you judge someone? At what point in the season, first of all, would you judge someone as being bad first?
Hmm.
At what point in the season, okay, at which metrics would you use to judge them?
I
Anyway, it
will
depends on
judge.
the position.
It is
Depends on the
hard. It
position.
is hard to
Depends on.
judge.
Oh,
It
Sesko
is
has even scored 3 goals. These people last, they are totally
one
sick.
against two in the EPL and one against
Oh,
Grimsby. Yeah, he
no, no,
scored
no.
Grimsby. I
No,
think it
no,
was
no,
what
no.
is it penalty he scored or what? He said we have
It's,
a vet who looks confused in Liverpool midfield. They probably have a vendetta against Sesko or United. It makes no sense, guys. It makes
yeah.
no sense, guys. It makes no sense for them to even say this kind of thing. Say, how will I know the worst summer signing in October? Makes no sense. How will you know that? To be honest, the only time you can make this kind of claim is next year. Is next year you can start making this.
Next year,
Yes, yes, and it's next year. Because some players don't even do something in the first half of the season. They don't really do much in the first half. Then it clicks for them, right? I'll say by next year, I'll feel a bit more confident that this person is probably a huge flop. And even with that,
you will know from the first season that the person has failed. For the first 6 months, you know if the person has failed or not.
the first
Right?
six
An
months is that not
example is,
the first 6 months is how many months? Is that not still taking us into next year?
yeah, but that's
August,
a lot.
September, or what? September, October, November, December, January, February. So by February, so I'm right. By next year, it's still 6 months, right? By next year,
Say SSB is saying low key, Sesko is better than Gikeres.
What? How would Sesko have looked like if Sesko was at Arsenal? Do you think he would have scored more goals?
Um, it's kind of hard to say. To be honest, it's hard to say. It's hard to say. It's hard to say.
Is
Say
there?
Sesko is looking better than Gikeres. I just think in
Yeah.
terms of the
Is there?
the thing is that Sesko, first of all, did not have full fitness. Sesko did not have full fitness.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get? So obviously they had to slowly. I don't think Amorin is someone that believes in throwing someone in. You saw the goalkeeper. He had to wait close to three of 3 or 4 games before he even started him.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get what I'm saying? Then you now talk of Sesko. Sesko was the same thing. He didn't throw him in immediately, and even when he threw him in, it felt like it was still easing him in. But Sesko has scored 3 goals. How many goals does Gyökeres have? Three. I think it's three.
Okay, it was not an objective metric that they used to call
Okay.
Sesko the worst signing. It was a
So what
poll.
did they use?
It was a poll of 20 anonymous
Oh,
football agents. So apparently
mm,
20 anonymous football agents came and then they asked just 20. 20 is not a big, it's not a big sample
20
size.
is nothing. It's
And
just
also
they're
football
just they're
agents.
just
Football
they're
agents
just
is,
trying to
is so
generate
biased.
news.
Football agents is
They're
so
trying to
biased. Why didn't they
generate
why didn't they
news.
put it out there to actual football fans that enjoy the game and watch the game? Because all these football agents is crap. It does not make any sense. So they did that
But
and
to
then
me,
they said
if
it's
you
the
talk
worst
of
summer signing. It makes no
signings,
sense.
if you talk of signings that have been worse than Sesko, I have many. I can give
Name
you.
name a few apart from Viet that you mentioned. I don't
Yet
agree with Viet. I don't agree with
Gittins
Viet.
Gittins has been poor.
So
Viet has
far,
been,
is young.
yeah, so far.
Gittins is
So
young. Gittins is a
stop all
young
this.
guy.
Stop this is young. Stop this is young.
Okay,
You say
fair enough,
Sesko
fair enough.
probably rejected 18 agents.
Of those
Hence, yeah,
agents,
it's true. It's true.
exactly.
You're right. You're right. So Sesko has been, I think Sesko has been decent. If you ask me, he's been good. He's been okay. As a summer signing, has he done his job? Yes, he has. He's a striker. Has he scored goals when he needed to score? He scored goals for them.
Yeah.
Grimsby, they needed goals. He scored. The other match, he scored goal. They lost that game, but he scored. Right. So the last game they played, they scored, and I think they won against the Sunderland. It was the Sunderland they played also. Right. So Sesko has been okay. He's been okay. Gittins has been awful. Wits has not been up to speed.
I'm stop
Um,
calling this Florian Viet. I think Florian Viet. I don't think you can classify him as a worst signing. I
no, I
think
didn't
I
say
think
was. I didn't say was. I say
okay,
signings that have been
apart from him, you
worse
said
than
Gittins.
Sesko.
Apart
Yeah.
from Viet, who else? You cannot even judge. Okay, how do you judge it? How do you judge a 10? How do you
Okay,
judge a
okay.
10?
Let's look at it this way.
How do you judge a 10? Like
Let's
is
look at it
which
this way.
metric are you using to judge Florian
Signings,
Viet being one of the worst?
signings that have not even lived up to half of the expectation we put on them. How about that? Let's label it that. Let's not say what
But
signings. Let's just say
it's unfair because Florian Wirtz's expectations are very, very high. It's very, very high.
I said half. I said half. Is half I said.
Yeah, but keep talking.
Half. I said half.
Hmm.
If you talk about like half of the obviously Viet has high expectation. But let's talk of even half. As a 10, what should he be doing? Let's forget about the money that they paid for, you guys paid for him. But as a player
I
in
feel like it's the
Liverpool,
money
a 10,
everybody's looking at. But okay, keep talking.
as a 10,
Hmm.
okay, I'll ask, okay, Liverpool fans generally, let's remove the amount. Let's say you bought Viet for 70 million. What would you expect from him at this stage of the season?
I think if we bought Viet for cheaper than what we got him for,
70 million.
the expectation will
What,
not be
what,
the expectation will not be the way it is now.
okay,
It
but
will
what
not be the way it is now.
You as a Liverpool fan, what would
Yeah.
be your expectation? Let Liverpool fans tell us what would be the
Of
expectation.
course, the expectation is to step into that midfield and make sure the midfield is as stable as we expect it to be. Yes,
Okay.
we expect that you create chances. Yeah,
Yeah.
we expect that you have assist. Yeah, we expect that you have. The expectation of a 10 is not necessarily to score, right? So
Mhm.
yeah, if he has a chance to score, he scores. That's the expectation. The major thing is creativity. That's the major thing, is to be creative. So in
Okay.
that sense,
So
if
has
you're
he been
judging,
creative enough?
if he has been creating, go and
He
check the
has.
stats. He has been. It's not. You cannot blame Viet for people not scoring. In the Chelsea game,
Okay.
when he stepped into the pitch, did he give Salah a ball, a chance for him to score? Yes. Did Salah score?
He did.
No.
He did. He did. We did.
So I
Yeah.
think it's
He did.
unfair for us to be even labeling him as worse and everything, because the expectation we have on him is higher than the expectation that we have on the other people that you're calling, like Gittins. What was the expectation on Gittins? What's the expectation? You literally
Things were
said on this
expected.
stream, you've literally come on
Yeah.
this stream and you said that Gittins is a deputy, is a backup. You never had the expectation that Gittins was going to be a starter in the first place. So if you're going based on that, then you should not even have that
Wait.
much of
Let
an
me. Okay. Let.
expectation on
Wait.
Gittins.
Wait. Wait. Okay. I agree. I said that, but Gittins and Garnacho, those two, the floor is open for them to compete.
But
Do
not
you
that.
get at
Come on.
at
Come
at
on. You
that
know
stage?
Ganacho is the
At
starter to you, dude.
I
Ganacho is
know
the starter to
he's
you.
the starter because the game he started, he's done well, he's done better. The games he started, he's done better than him. Gittins has started 2 games and has given us nothing, even when he comes from the bench. His best game has been Liverpool's game. That's been his
Let,
best match.
let's answer this Dara's question. He says, would you start Salah against United? We have to. We have to start Salah against
Why?
United.
Why should you start Salah against United?
In the last couple games we've been playing United, apart from the one where we drew United at
Oh, he
Anfield
always
under
scores.
Ten
He
Hag, he
always scores.
punishes United. Salah he's the ultimate
Okay.
punisher of United. I think it's very, very key for Salah to start in that game. I think for me, the Salah that I know how Salah has to play United, likes to play United, I think he should start. And see, but I'm part of the crowd that is on the side of, if the player is not performing, if a player is
Mhm.
underperforming, regardless of who it is, take the player off. So, but it says Salah is currently injured according to reports. We'll soon get into injuries, guys, and talk about some of the injuries that injury
Losing these
things
two
that have been
teams,
happening so far.
especially
Ikeda
Liverpool.
says Viet, Gittins, Kekes, James Trafford.
Exactly.
Really,
A
James
lot of them.
Trafford, Elanga,
Oh my
Elliott,
God.
Todibo,
Anyways,
Broja, few of the signings with a very terrible start so far, in
so
my
far.
opinion.
Yeah, those are good people
Okay,
on
fair
that
enough, fair
list.
enough.
Trafford too
Viet.
hasn't. Yesterday, Trafford hasn't been good. Yeah, already got replaced.
Let's talk about Salah for United. Salah starting United. Should Salah
Okay.
start? I've given my point. Do you think Salah should start?
But why are you are just saying Salah should start based on history?
Based
His
on
history playing against.
yeah.
But if Salah is even injured, he doesn't start anyways.
Mm-hmm. So let's say
So
Salah
he's
is fit to start. Do you start Salah?
okay. It's hard. I'll probably start him. There's no harm in starting him. I'll probably start him if he doesn't do well. But that's I feel like that's the problem. Because if you don't start Salah, something happens. People blame the manager,
Mm-hmm.
right? You start Salah, he has a slow start, and you take him off. People will say, "Why did you take him off? He could have done something." So Salah is kind of yeah, Salah
It's
is
kind of
tricky. I know
untouchable.
people say, "Oh, why is he not removing Salah? Why is it?" The moment you remove Salah, people will still talk. You keep him on, people will talk. So what do? Just keep him on. Let him play the rubbish he's playing. One day if he's going to click, he will click. Do you get what I'm saying? But Salah,
Mhm.
you say Salah scored 2 goals and sent Egypt to the World Cup recently. Nigeria's Nigeria's World Cup is still pending.
Yeah, even
Yes, Cape Verde, Cape Verde
Cape Verde are in the
qualified.
World Cup. But yeah,
Oh
let's
God,
stay
it's
on
bad.
topic.
It's
Anyways,
bad.
to me, going back to the initial thing we're saying, I don't think it's fair for them to these anonymous agents to even. It's unfair for them to even have this type of poll, and it makes no sense to call Sesko one of the worst signings so far. It doesn't. It's too soon and makes no sense. But yeah, it says, and if he's not going to click Andy, we watch his horror. We
That's
watch his
it.
horror, man. That's just what we
You
have to
just
do.
watch it, right?
There's no.
Yeah. So
But yeah, Salah should start in that game. I think that's a game where if he's fit enough
okay,
at
question: if
Anfield,
Salah is not
something will
fit enough
happen.
to start, who do you use in place of Salah?
I think maybe Chiesa
Is
starts.
Chiesa fit? Is Chiesa
There's
fit?
no.
Let's even talk
I've not
about
seen
the
any.
game.
I've not seen any injury that Chiesa is not. I've not seen any
Let me
injury.
see Liverpool
Chiesa
injuries.
injury. But yeah,
Let's
let's
see.
talk about Gravenberch injury. So reports came out that people were concerned that Gravenberch is injured, but Gravenberch ultimately came out and said he's not injured. It was
He's
more of
keeping
a
himself.
it was
Yeah.
more of a strategic sub than a
Mm.
medical one, and that so
But
in
is
case
they
that's what is
put
of a
they
40-year-old
labeled
man
him they labeled him as thigh injury.
who
Partly, yeah, on Premier League website, Premier League, anywhere I check
Chiesa,
for
is it
injury.
Chiesa?
No, no, Gravenberg, they labeled him as thigh injury.
So
Partly,
Gravenberch,
partly fitness related. Partly fitness.
yeah.
It's he
So
says it's a
so
precaution.
the
I'm
report,
feeling good.
yeah. So that's what I was explaining. The report was
Mm.
Gravenberch felt something. It was
Mm-hmm.
minor. They subbed him out. The coach
Mm-hmm.
subbed him out because he was trying to be careful. He didn't want him to play for so long for something
And
for it to
you
get worse. Then they
get worse,
asked
yeah.
Gravenberch, yeah, exactly. You're already 3 up against Finland. There's no need to just
Yeah.
if you're feeling
Yeah.
something, you can come off. It was a strategic sub in that sense, but partly fitness because he was feeling something, right? And if you're feeling
Mm.
something, you're winning, it might be best to just take you off so that it's not worse. So you can treat it and you can be fit for your club game. So they
Mm.
asked Gravenberch himself how he
Mm.
felt, and Gravenberch said he feels good.
Mm.
He feels okay. It was more strategic than medical, but partly fitness. So the coach decided not to take any risk. They brought him off, but he feels fine. He doesn't. I don't think this is a major thing, and there's an expectation that Gravenberch possibly, guys, knock on wood, possibly Gravenberch
Mm.
would be available to start for us against United. I think there's a chance. I think there's a
He's
chance.
not available. That's a big issue because there'll be a bigger hole in that midfield.
If he's not available, I think it's a case where Soboslai steps into that role. But then we'll be playing a midfield of McAllister, Viet, Soboslai. I think that's the midfield we'll be playing. Because even
McAllister,
Endo,
Vieta.
even yeah, even Endo too was feeling something. Endo too was subbed. I think he was subbed out, or Endo too. There was like
Endo is injured. He's
injury
injured.
concern with Endo.
He's
So
injured.
that's also one thing. Konate
Yeah, he's
possibly might
injured.
not be available to play for us because Konate has
Konate is injured.
thigh injury. So
Yeah.
people are saying that
Thigh
he's kind of,
injury.
I think his thigh. He felt something in his thigh,
Thigh.
right?
Oh, thigh
Yeah,
injury is thigh.
thigh
Yeah. Yeah, I
injury.
have his
So
thigh.
people are saying that with Konate,
Alice in thigh
there's
too.
I don't think
All of
Inyoni should
them
be
is thigh.
I don't think Inyoni should be playing in that game SSV. I don't think I feel confident with Inyoni playing in that midfield. But
What?
but
Don't
you're
even
going
try it.
against guys like Bruno
Don't
Fernandez
even
and
try.
Casemiro
Don't
possibly.
don't
So
try it,
I
please.
don't think the
Don't
experience that
try it.
Casemiro is coming with,
Don't
I
try
don't
it.
think it's something that you want to risk a youngster like Inyoni for. I don't know. I don't know.
Um,
It's up to an
But
slot.
how good
But
is you in uni? You guys are hyping this guy.
I
How
think
good is he?
he's okay. He's okay. He's good. He's a good player. It's someone that has potential. He could get better. But the possible midfields we might
You
have
see,
is
I'll ask you this question. Do you think he's better than Andre Santos or not?
I feel like they're different profiles. Feel like
Okay.
they're different
If you see,
profiles, right?
if you see.
I feel like they're different. But anyways, the impossible midfield that we might have would be Soboslai. If let's say Gravenberch is injured and he doesn't start, possible midfield combinations. There's a chance you
Mhm,
see McAllister. I say McAllister. Yeah, McAllister, Soboslai, Viet. There's a chance you
mhm,
see um, what's his name? Curtis Jones. Sadly,
mhm.
people don't like Curtis Jones, but I think if Curtis Jones on his day, if Curtis Jones steps up on his day,
What of if
he can
this
do
on
some
his day
things.
is not against him,
Wait,
Manchester
Cur-
United? Is not on his day.
Curtis Jones, Soboslai, McAllister, Curtis Jones, Soboslai, Curtis Jones, Soboslai, Viet. Depends. So those are possible combinations of.
That's a weak midfield though.
No, I'm explaining the possible combinations that, and it's not as if Gravenberch is not available to start. I'm just explaining that
Okay,
what we will
okay,
have to
okay.
work with. But as it stands right now, there's a chance that Gravenberch
Soboslai,
will play.
McAllister, and Wits. That's your best option. Don't even
There's a chance.
gamble.
There's a chance.
Don't gamble.
Dara is saying, I have a question for the panel. Do you think Salah only has a left foot? Stats suggest otherwise. Only has a left foot. But Salah has scored. Wait, Salah has scored with his right foot now. Only has a left foot. That's you mean by only has a left foot. You mean by he only has one strong foot, and that's his left
Wrong
foot. Oh
foot. I think so. I think Salah has his major foot is the left.
no, that's his strong foot is left. But Salah
But
can.
does he score with right? How many goals has he scored with his
Nah,
right
it's
foot
mostly his
compared to
left.
left?
It's mostly his left. Because even when he
So
cuts on this other side, I'm trying to envision it. He scores
his
mostly with his
left.
left. He scores
left.
mostly with his
Is
left. He
left.
scores mostly with his left. Yeah.
There's one common
But he has
comment
scored with his right. He has scored with his right. And yeah, SSB said Salah scored with his right many times. Salah scored with
yeah,
his right foot. Come on, guys. Salah scored
yeah.
with his right foot. He has scored with his right foot before, but mostly left. He likes to cut in on that left, and
Mm,
if you give him the chance,
obviously.
cut in on the left and shoot with the left. But Salah has scored with his right foot um, more than once, right? But it's not as clean as his left.
Okay. If you see, I think to me, if you ask me, when I think of Salah, I think of his left foot is his dominant foot. That's his major foot. Players always have a dominant foot. Madweke too, the same thing. They have a dominant foot. If they try with the other foot, there's a 60-40 chance that they score. 40% that he scores, 60% that he doesn't score. Do you get
Yeah,
what
Salah.
that's what I think anyways. But yeah,
Yeah, Salah has scored with his right foot multiple times. Yeah, he has scored, even scored in a game where he scored with both his left and right foot. So he
I
has, he has,
remember that game. Yeah.
yeah, he has scored with his right foot multiple times. So, anyways, let's move on. Let's move on. Ikeda is saying I will
Okay,
take my
nice
chances
thing.
with
Yeah,
Inyoni against Casemiro. Inyoni's legs are gone. No, Casemiro's legs are gone. Inyoni
I'm done.
was one of the players who
No,
trashed Chelsea in the Carling Cup final. We thought just time. Oh yeah, that's true.
when
Ikena,
was
I
that?
keep on forgetting. Inyoni played. He played in
Okay, so
that
one of
he
those
played in the Carabao
youngsters.
Cup.
One of those
Yeah,
youngsters.
one of those young stars, yeah, in Yoni.
Okay,
I
that's a
don't
good
mind, and he's
one.
always underrating Yoni. Well, but Yoni, man, let's see.
Okay, okay,
It's
okay.
just,
That's
it's
good.
just this United, anyways. We'll see.
The
Say
problem
Kingsley,
is,
do you see?
should I tell you the problem? If he
Mm.
uses a Yoni and you guys don't get a result, you guys will blame him. Oh, slots. Out of all the midfielders he had, he didn't see any other person to use except you. That's what will happen.
But Yoni also feels like is it just me, or he feels like an understudy for either McAllister or Gravenberch, one of the two. He
He's
feels like an
understudy. Is
understudy
he not meant to be
for
coming
one
on?
of the two of them.
He's meant to be coming on. Does he come on?
But that's up to any slot, because we've been in
Mhm.
so many dire situations that you can't even bring in a youngster. When was the last time we were leading 3-0 comfortably that we could sub out like a senior player and bring in a youngster and just wrap up the game? When last were we in that situation? Since the start of this season, we've been in 9-minute situations where we were up 2 goals, and then we are back, we've considered two, and we're looking for
Mm,
a win. And who do you bring in that instance? You can't bring in a youngster. Instead, you're bringing like experienced people to come and impact the game. So hence the opportunity has not come for him. But we'll see. This season is long, right? Plus, in there are other competitions like Carabao Cup where he might get some chance to play. Um,
we'll see.
AB saying Kingsley, the issue is
Mm,
Liverpool is in a rebuild phase.
mm,
Salah, Mane, Firmino, Trent, Robertson. I'm sorry, you might be
so,
in this cycle for like 5 seasons. Remember, it took Klopp like 5 seasons to get it right.
oh, shit. Was it 5 seasons before Klopp won something for you guys? I don't think it was up to five. It wasn't up to five.
Was
Maybe
it up to
three, two, three.
five?
It was up to 2-3. In his third season, he got it
Was
right, I think.
which was 1920? Is it 1920? No, let me
I think
see.
because he came 2017
One, yeah, 17. I
when
know.
was when did you guys win the league?
We won
I
the
think it was
league.
19. Oh, you won
We
Champions League
first
in
won Champions
19.
League, then we
In
won Champions
19
League, then we won the league. We won
league
the
next
league.
year.
We won the league COVID, right? We won the league during COVID, which
That's
was
2020.
1920. That's
Okay, that's
1920.
1920. That's
And then
1920.
we won the Champions League
The year
18-19, right?
before.
So it
18-19,
wasn't
yes.
long, right? It wasn't long.
Yeah, I wasn't wrong.
Let
Yeah.
me just confirm. Let me just fact check that.
You say I'm sure you might be in the cycle for 5 years. We'll see. I don't think so. I don't. He say Ratcliffe selling his shares feels like United board is forcing him out. Yeah, there are a lot of rumors about him selling, about trying to convince Glazer to sell, right? Because to be honest, the Glazers need to leave.
Yeah, we're right about that
They
one.
need,
Okay, we're right
yeah.
about it.
Okay, in terms of the years,
In terms of the first trophy was Champions League. The first trophy was Champions League, 2019 Champions League.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
UCL. Oh, but Liverpool lost a Europa League final before that. So Klopp in his first
Mm-hmm.
season was in Europa League final. was it to Dortmund? I don't know if it was Dort. Did
18-19
you
was
guys take
UCL,
Dortmund?
Liverpool lost Euro final before that, 4 years. So I don't think we'll be, if we're going by that logic, I don't think we'll be in a
Three
rut for
years
5 years.
maximum. No,
I think our
maximum
expectation,
is
and
3 years. Maximum
even with
two.
that, even
Even
with
two
that,
is not that bad.
even with Klopp like having some transition season where things were not
Mm,
going fine. I don't know if you remember, it didn't take so much to like, he wasn't taking him much to get himself out of a rut. So I don't think
no, no.
we should give an not 5 years to get us out of a transition. Nah, I don't think it makes any sense, guys. It doesn't make sense. SSB says Glazer took 2 billion out of the club into their own pockets and sent Manchester United into debt. Two
Because
billion.
yeah, if they want to sell now, they will still sell the club for like 5 billion, and they will still take out of that money, right? So they just need to go. They need to go. Please, Lewis Hamilton, please
Please
buy
buy my
my club.
club. Okay, okay,
Oh
okay,
my
okay,
god,
okay. So who wants to buy
that's crazy.
United? Is UAE? Are they going to buy
Guys,
United?
guys in Arab, they are hinting. Like one of the guys has hinted,
Mm,
like we don't know if United is even sold, or maybe he's
mm,
putting a bid. The news is just all over the place, right? The guy is hinting that he's going to put in a bid for the club, right?
mm.
So, but people are saying, oh, Glazers are not willing to sell. Do you
Like
get
the
what I'm
club in
saying? So
general, or they're not willing to.
they are trying to make the Glazers to sell. That's
Mhm,
the main thing. That because Glazers hold majority. I think they own. I don't know how many percent they own. Maybe 60 something percent.
mm.
Do you get so? But they're trying to force them to sell. So we'll see what happens. Or they're trying to convince them to sell. So we'll see. And even Ratcliffe or whatever his name, he too needs to sell the club. He needs to sell the club. You see, and when Chelsea got into
The
trouble,
Glazer
why?
they own 49.9% of the shares.
Okay, 49. That's not bad.
But they maintain control of the club through super voting class B shares, which grants
Mm,
them 67.9% of the voting
sense.
rights.
Damn it.
What? So the partial sale to Jim Ratcliffe, they retain majority ownership and ultimate control, although Ratcliffe and Ineos now own a significant portion of shares.
Mm.
Wow.
See, they own 25.
So the Glazers themselves can veto the other
Anything.
owners.
Anything. Yes. That's the problem.
Wow. That the Glazers have
That's
to
the
go
big
then.
problem.
The
Yeah,
Glazers
that's
have
the
to
people
go for
that need
things to
to go.
change.
They need to leave the club. They just need to leave the club. That's the honest truth. They need to
It
leave
says
the
Andy,
club.
when Chelsea got into trouble with Roman, why didn't oil money buy?
I think Roman was not willing to sell to any Arab, Saudi Arabia, because he was scared that UK might come against them again, and Chelsea will enter that cycle.
Okay,
Right. So
okay.
that was the fear. That was the fear why he was just like the scrutiny was really high,
Mm,
right? Because you know how it was now. They were kicking him out because of something, and maybe they could find someone from that was the news anyways. I don't know. Not sure.
mm.
But
And
everything
it's
was just was the company Abramovich put in charge, right? So
mm. I think the best thing is for them to just sell. But it's going to be a very, very hard thing for the Glazers to decide to sell their shares. Especially at the club
why?
where because they feel like they are getting something out of it. It's Manchester United. So it will be very, very difficult for them to give up that voting rights and lose control of the club. But
But
that's
those
what
are the
needs to
people that
happen.
need to leave before you can progress. They have to leave for Man U to move forward.
Mm. Say love Lewis Hamilton, but don't know if he will come. I ask this because if there's something similar where Glazers have a similar clause to Roman, what's the clause? What's the clause? What's the clause that you guys have with Roman? What's the clause?
I don't know what clause SSB is talking about, but during the time
Mm.
Abramovich had specific
Mm-hmm.
criterias, like
SSB,
because he
tell us the
didn't want
clause.
the
Mhm.
he didn't want the club to fall into that same cycle. All this
Of
witch hunting,
still, yeah.
right? Then they come after them again. Then no, he didn't want that. So yeah. So don't know what Glazers you so that's it. But look at the argument. Okay, what do you think? AB is saying Kingsley sometimes even transitions go bad. Man, you have been in rebuild since 2013, no rescue. But
Transition
Man U's case
years.
is different. It's
But
transition years.
we're not, I don't, wait, why are we, can I say that where are you getting expectations that LSC is in a building phase? A building phase is when there's a massive clear out. We have the core players, only Kekes, Isak, Ekitike are starting. I, I honestly feel like this is just we're just in a panic mode, unnecessary panic mode, right?
Why you
People are
say
just
that?
blowing this out of proportion. Guy, we literally just lost 3 games. Are we that good that we lost 3 games and everybody's saying that we're in crisis? Were we
Oh
that
my God,
perfect?
nobody's saying you're in crisis. But
Like,
okay, so
bro,
the
we're
big
allowed
question:
to lose some games.
are you guys rebuilding or not?
We've brought in new players, bringing
Which is
in new
normal.
bringing
It's
in
normal
new
for clubs to
players.
bring. Arsenal brought in new players.
Fair enough, but the
They brought in
Arsenal core is still
Gyökeres, Eze.
there, and some of the players they brought did have a preseason. Apart from maybe Easy, who came like towards the
Mhm,
end, they did
mhm,
have a preseason. So it's a
mhm.
different case from us, where we have some people that did not have a preseason, like
So
Isak.
some
You can't count Isak,
okay,
and
yeah.
it's completely different because nobody expected Kekes to be nervous and shaky playing, but he's human. Those kind of things can happen. But Kekes is not still doing a bad job entirely. Frimpong
Mm,
had an injury, which made Sobostai play right back. Nobody expected that to happen. So there are some things
eh,
that you just don't expect to happen because it's the nature of life and football. But that does not mean that we're in crisis. The tactics of the coach too
mm.
are somewhat morphed, but that does not mean that everything is
More from
bad.
when he first took, more from when he first took over the club, took the club from.
Morphed from when he first took over the club. But that does not mean everything is bad. It's just something he needs to sit down and figure out. I don't think
I
this
just
whole
think
conversation of we're in a building phase to me does not make sense. I don't think we're in a building phase.
the issue is you guys. Some of your core players left.
Who are the core guys that you think left?
Luis
Uh,
Diaz was a core player for you
yeah,
guys.
in the
Jota was
attack,
sort of a core player for you
in the
guys.
attack,
Um, Trent was a core player for Liverpool
one in the in the
in the
defense.
defense.
Yeah.
I think that's all. If you ask me, which
So
other
what is
player?
the
Oh,
rebuilding phase?
that's all actually.
The
If you look
midfield
at it,
three are still there.
which other player left? It's just three that left
Nunes and
actually.
then Nunes.
Nunes was he really a core player?
No, Nunes was not. It was barely starting.
So
So the midfield is still there.
three core players left. But the midfield left. But you guys have tweaked the midfield.
So that is
You
the
are trying
issue.
to force you are trying to force width into
But
that midfield.
why?
It's
It's
not working.
because of Annie Slot. So it's Annie Slot's decisions that are putting us here. We're not in a building
Okay.
phase. So
Yeah, yeah, if you
that's
say
why Ikena is responding like, how are we in a building phase? Because we still have a
actually, yeah.
majority of our midfield is still there. Salah is still
Yeah,
there. Van Dijk is still
yeah,
there. Konate is still
yeah.
there. Robertson is still there. The only person that left was Trent.
I know,
And
but
then we've replaced Trent. We've brought Kekes.
another issue you are having, apart from three core players leaving, you have one additional core player that is not up to speed.
Yes.
That's Salah. So you see. Oh,
Yes.
no,
But that would take
you have
time.
two. You have two. Konate and Salah are not up to speed.
But nobody expected that, right? Nobody expected that. So it's for them to step
Yeah.
up. So in that sense, if you check it really, our midfield three is still the same thing. Winger Cody Gakpo was playing wing right left wing last season.
Your,
He's still there.
your midfield
Salah
three
was
are no
playing
more
right
the
wing.
same.
Salah was playing right. The midfield
Yeah.
three. I mean, the players that played in the midfield three last season are still there.
Are still there.
That's what I'm
Okay, good.
saying.
Yes,
It's for the
they're
coach
still
to
there. Yeah.
select them. Cody Gakpo is
Yeah.
still there. Salah is still there.
Yeah.
With those two were
Not up to
primarily
date.
playing in those positions.
Yes. Yeah.
The striker position, we
It's
brought a
new.
better striker. We
Yeah,
bought
than before.
a better striker, Ekitike. In fact, we bought
Yeah.
two very good strikers, Ekitike and Isak. Isak did not have a
No,
preseason. Give
no
Isak time.
excusing.
Ekitike
Yeah,
is performing. Ekitike came and is
good.
performing well.
Ekitike was performing, but now you've dropped him to the bench to use somebody that is not yet up to speed.
In one game, he had an injury in one game. He had an injury. He could not start the
Who had an
Chelsea game.
injury?
Ekitike, he could
Ekiti.
not start the Chelsea game. You guys are
Okay.
just blowing this out of proportion, guys.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know. I did not know. I did not know
Yeah.
that he had an injury. I forgot. Forgot about that.
Or rebuilding. Okay, rebuilding. Okay, my bad, my bad. I read that wrong. Rebuilding. Do you guys still have the same it's the same Mane Salah still play. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. I understand, but what I'm just trying to say, like the rebuild is not that. ABO, I'm trying to say the rebuild is not that like major. It's not like a
Mhm.
major. They've taken us apart, and then we're. I don't even call it a rebuild. I just it's normal for teams to sign new players. I don't think it's that much of a rebuild,
It's
or in my
normal.
own
It's
opinion,
normal.
it's
It's
normal, right?
normal. It's better for team to sign new
Arsenal
players.
sign new players in
Arsenal has
Campe,
four new
Mosquera,
players. Five.
um, this
Five new
Zubimendi is
players.
new,
Five. Oh,
Gyökeres is
six.
new, Eze is
Six.
new. There's so many new
Six.
guys, right?
Six new players. You guys have six. Arsenal signed six new players. Arsenal signed a lot.
They
Now
sign
that I think of
players.
it,
They sign players.
Eze, Gyökeres, Madueke,
Madueke, I
Nkampe,
didn't even call Madueke.
Mosquera,
They signed so many people. Arsenal, they're
Zubimendi.
spending
That's
money.
six. Six people. My
Yes.
God, they should be winning this league. Six players. But you know the difference between Arsenal and you guys? Arsenal are replacing the French players.
And
Do
also,
you see the
Arsenal, they're not just
difference?
signing. Arsenal, their core guys are still starting. They are
They
signing
are still there.
deputies. They're signing
Yes.
deputies.
They
So
are
it's different.
replacing
Especially
the,
what
the
SSB is saying that integrating high profile players is harder compared to role players.
pro
Because
players.
when you
Yeah,
sign a
true.
deputy, you can give the deputy time to get up to speed because the
Yes,
core
he
guy
knows
is
his
still there.
depth.
Unless
Yeah,
the core guy
yeah,
gets injured, like Saliba felt something, Mosquera had to start. But then
yeah.
quickly, when Mosquera made a mistake, he brought in Saliba very
Saliba
quick,
back. Yeah, yeah.
right? And all of a sudden the game changed and whatever, right? So that's just how it is. Ikena is saying if we lose against United, then we should start ringing the panic bell. As of now, no cause for massive alarm. I think as of now it's fine. I think as of now it's fine.
Oh my God.
Let's see what happens at Anfield. ABC Kingsley, you are being deceived with your success last season. I'm talking when Liverpool were dominant force in both Europe and Premier League. You don't have them players again. Yeah, fair. We don't have those players again that did some
This
massive things.
Them Sani and all these
Yeah,
guys.
those are, but I feel like it will happen once we click as a team. It will
I
happen to
think it's
take
all about
time.
the playing style and
It's
all
just
of that.
playing
So
style and everything. And once it
yeah.
clicks, it will click. Once it clicks, then it's good.
You see, Andy, don't mind them. Liverpool fans are deluded with their win last season. That was low. Come on, come on. Yeah, AB, yeah,
There's
that's
nothing.
not low.
There's to
See,
me,
this is how
to
Arsenal
me,
fans used to argue. They have been at it since 2004. Man, you since 2013.
to me, there
In
was
your
nothing
case, not
lucky.
be 10 years.
No, I don't think that will happen. To me, there's
Okay.
nothing unless our manager chooses to be unfortunate,
Okay, let's ask this
and my
question.
manager is not.
Now that we're talking about Liverpool, if you talk of Liverpool, what of Man City? Who has more of a rebuild? Man City or Liverpool?
Okay, look at Man City. Look at the
Who
amount of
has
people
more of
that they
a
had to
rebuild?
sign. I think Man
Who
City
has more
had
of a
Man
rebuild?
City had more of a rebuild because they lost
That's what
players.
I'm saying.
They
They
lost players.
have more. They have more of a rebuild.
Or am I
In
tripping?
that team in the last 1 year,
They've lost
I think
people.
they've signed close to 11. No, maybe eight
Grealish is no
players.
longer Grealish
Eight,
all of a
eight
sudden was not a
players.
starter.
Yeah.
Doku became a starter.
De Bruyne is no more there.
Mahrez left. They
De
had to
Bruyne,
replace for
Mahrez,
Mahrez. De Bruyne
Rodri is
left.
hardly around.
Yeah, they had to replace for De Bruyne.
Ederson is no more there.
Ederson is no more there. Is now Donnarumma. In fact, they changed their keeper. Defense too. They've changed defense.
Mm.
When did Guardiola come? Guardiola came like
Yeah.
2 seasons ago, or when did
No,
he
but
come?
Guardiola is part.
Anyway,
Even Guardiola too.
Guardiola is not super new. To be fair, it's
Yeah,
not super new.
yeah, yeah.
Gundogan came, if
Gundogan
left,
left.
came back, left again. Crazy.
Yeah, there are a
Anyway,
lot of
Cancelo left
them.
a while back, but it's
Cancelo
crazy.
left.
It's crazy. Like a lot of rebuild has happened with anyway. But City, they almost feels like they have a
You say
high churn of players. To be fair,
Luis Diaz and Nunes were meant to be replacements, right? Where are they now? You actually bought those guys as replacements. He's actually right.
replacements for Mane
In your team,
and
in
Firmino.
your team. And
Yes,
Firmino.
yes.
Yeah.
Luis Diaz was coming in for Mane.
Yeah.
Nunes was coming in for Firmino. Nunes
Yeah.
flopped. We can confidently come on this live and say Nunes flopped.
It
Can't we?
flops. Okay.
Can't
We can
we?
say
We
that. We
can.
can
We
say
can
that.
say that Nunes flopped.
Yeah.
Right? That
Yeah.
was unexpected. Luis Diaz, the club fucked up in that aspect. The club did not give Luis Diaz a better contract. They
True.
didn't
They
give
messed
Luis
up.
Diaz a good contract. That's
They
on
did. And
FSG.
Luis
That's on
Diaz
the club.
is a really good
Luis Diaz
player.
is really good.
Is a
So
really good.
that's
You
on
guys gave a
them.
very brilliant player to Bayern. Very
So
brilliant player.
Jota passed away. We can't do anything about.
Nobody's fault.
Who should we
Yeah.
blame? Should we blame
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
universe? We can't. Who do we
No.
blame for Jota passing away? We can't blame anybody. It's unfortunate. So that
Yeah.
some things are just out of our control. But bringing
Yeah.
in Ekitike, bringing in Isak, it was our response to replace people. We have brought in Rio. We brought in Rio into the first team. We have
Yeah.
Chiesa. We somewhat kind of have the five because we have five across the three. We are now have five across the three. In a sense, Salah, Ekitike, Isak, Chiesa, Rio,
Mm-hmm.
Gakpo, almost like six. Or let's remove Rio and put Gakpo.
Mm-hmm.
We have five across the three. So it's up to Annie Slot to figure out how
I
he
think
can play them.
I just think we can argue that the quality you have. Okay, let's make this argument. The quality you have now, is it better than the quality you have last year in terms of the frontmen only? Let's no, let's say Salah was up to speed. Salah was Salah.
I would say, only
Yeah.
I only agree from a point of impact of the bench.
Okay. What do you mean?
Because
Like
because
Ekitike can come off the bench.
impact of the bench quality
But
has changed. No,
Nunes was
listen.
coming off the bench.
That's what I'm saying. Impact of the bench
Yeah.
has changed compared to from this season compared to last season. Last season we might
So
not
which
be
one
doing
is
well.
better?
Last season was better. Impact of the bench compared to now. Do you get what I
Okay.
mean? Because the only
But the
person now we
quality
have to
of the player is different.
the only person because the quality has dropped. Impact of the bench,
Okay, I get what you're
not
saying.
starters.
Okay,
Impact of the
okay,
bench
okay. Oh, bench.
because
That
because
quality has, yeah,
because
yeah,
last year you could bring in Jota off the bench,
yeah.
you could bring in Nunes off the bench, and
And
they could change
they are
things,
very
they
good.
could do stuff.
Change the game.
But this year, right? You only have like
Mm.
two people. You only have like Ekitike,
Ekitike,
Chiesa, maybe Rio, but you can't have much expectation of
which
Rio. He's young.
mm,
You can't have much
okay,
expectation of Rio
it's only Ekitike and Chiesa
and
actually.
Chiesa, and it depends on
No,
who
but
you
last
start and
season
who you bench.
you had Nunes and Jota, it's just two also.
No, but you know Jota, guy. It's Diogo Jota. Come on. Diogo
Ekitike
Jota.
too is very good.
Are you comparing Jota off the bench? Coming off the
Okay,
bench is
it's
different.
crazy
Come on,
actually.
it's different.
It's
Jota off
actually
the bench
crazy.
is different. Jota
It's
is
crazy.
the true definition of a poacher. He's
It's
coming to
good. It's
score.
crazy. You can't
You know what
predict him. It's
you can't predict
unpredictable.
what he's going to do.
It's unpredictable. It's unpredictable. You're right. Um. So okay, but from what SSB is saying now, potentially you guys have better quality in the forward line, but the impact of the bench has reduced.
Yes.
So the impact of the bench has reduced. Is it? But you guys even had Chiesa last season. I think
But
last season
Chiesa
was
was
better.
injured. Chiesa was not really playing. Like, let's put things in
Okay, okay,
context.
okay, okay, okay.
Chiesa was injured for a decent amount of
Practically,
last
we are out of
right?
time.
Since we
Yeah,
signed him. So
yeah.
you can't really count Chiesa that much, right? In terms of his impact of the bench. Chiesa started having an impact of the bench this season.
This
In a
season,
couple of games,
okay.
he
In
came
big
on in the
games, you're
knockout
right.
game, he scored. That's impact of the bench. That was when
Yeah,
the conversation changed that, oh, Chiesa is no longer leaving. Chiesa is going to
yeah,
stay.
yeah, yeah. He wants to
People
stay.
thought Chiesa was going. We expected that Chiesa would have left this summer, actually, right?
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
due to unfortunate circumstances of Jota passing and the need for us to have more attackers, Chiesa decides to stay. You put it
So
in that way. So impact of the bench has really changed. If you think about it, it has changed, right? But sure,
it's
but at the
reduced
end of the
now.
day,
It's reduced
it's
now.
reduced, right? That's why sometimes some
Yeah.
games just look like that. But one thing I'll say is I disagree with AB saying that we were lucky to win the league last season. We were not.
No, I don't think you were lucky. You were
We
the
were not.
best team last year, so you
Yeah,
deserve to win it.
you cannot say our success is because other people were sleeping.
No, you
That's
were the
not
best team
true.
last year.
We were the
That's
best
why it's a
team in the
league.
Prem.
That is
So
a league of
our complete
38 games.
we did not
Yeah,
only do this. Let's be respectful of my club,
yeah,
guys. We did not
yeah,
only
yeah.
do this in the Premier League. We did this in the Champions League. We were the Champions League table leaders in the league phase.
In the league phase, so it
No,
showed. That
That
consistency over
team,
long
that
amount
team
of
was a
games.
very solid
Yeah,
team.
they're a
It
good
was a
team.
team that
They're a
was
good
hard to
team
stop,
actually.
and it was a team
Yeah,
that could punish you. Salah had a
yeah.
lot of goals last
True.
season. So I disagree with us saying it's luck. I don't think it's luck. I think
No,
the team
I
did
don't
very
think it's
well.
luck. I
They
don't
worked
think it's luck.
super
You
hard.
guys, Liverpool were the best team last season.
In the Premier
That's
League,
a fact.
yes, we were the
That's a
best.
fact. Yeah.
So that's how I see it. But then this season, yes, with the addition of new people, ideally what you want is you sign Isak, you
Mm,
sell Nunes, you
mm,
still have Luis Diaz, you still have all these guys,
yeah.
and then you
Yeah.
keep on bringing
Yeah.
someone else, you sign Ekitiki, you Luis Diaz and somebody else goes, and then
Mm,
you bring in what do you call it? Luis Diaz and Nunes goes, you bring Ekitiki and Isak, you still have Jota.
mm,
Ideally
mm,
still okay. That's a lot of push. You
mm.
see what I'm saying? But let's keep going.
But Ike, see what Ike now is saying, and I think he has a point. He said, Andy, impact off the bench like now is better now. This
Mm.
season we can put Ekitike, Frimpong, Robertson, McAllister.
Yeah, I'm talking of
I
just
think you guys
attack
have
though.
you
I'm talking
yeah,
of
yeah.
just
But even with
attacking it though.
you can put Wit in that attack, right? Wit is an option.
Yeah, that's true, but you
So
cannot like so far.
probably
Let's
you
be
have
realistic. The impact is
now
has not really
now
shown. Yeah,
now I know
we
it
may
has
have
not
the
shown.
depth.
You
It's
have
different from
Ekitike, Chiesa, and Wit can influence the attack now compared to last season. And these guys are quality players. You're comparing to Nunes that you are not sure,
okay,
right?
based on what Ikena is saying, impact of the bench, right? This season
Yeah,
we have
yeah.
ETK, we have Frimpong, we have
Mm,
Robertson, we have McAllister, we have Gomez, we have
mm,
Jones,
mm,
Endo, Chiesa,
mm,
all on the bench. Is a richer,
mhm.
yes, but that's in terms of depth. That's in terms of depth to me. Yes, you have people that you can bring in that you have the expectation that this
Depth and
but
even quality.
yeah, yeah, but they are not. When you sub these guys in, what really happens? Because look at
You
the
know
games
what
they
I think?
played.
You know what?
The only person that has had much of an impact of the bench that was on the bench,
Mm,
you brought the person in, and the whole game
mm,
changed. Like the person actually did something. To me,
mm.
is Chiesa. Is
No,
Chiesa
even
too?
Ekitike has come off the bench and scored for you guys. Come on.
Okay,
Against
yeah,
Everton, he
he did
came off
that in
the bench,
Carabao. He
right?
did that in Carabao Cup too. He came off the bench. He
Yeah,
scored. Fair
yeah.
enough. That's true. That's true. Yeah, we
Yeah.
do have quality that come off the bench.
I
But
think
then,
the major issue is not just I think your coach is still trying to figure out how to use the players he has. The resources he has the resources now is like how do I use it? Because last season it was much more simpler. He had limited resources, or let's not say he had a certain amount of resources that he's seen another coach use them. Like,
mm,
okay, this is how these guys use them. He received some success, but I just see this part of the game is he improved your team,
mm,
keeping it fairly simple and everything, improved your team based on what built on previous success already. Now you now have new people coming in. There are too many moving parts now,
mhm,
right? An example, a good example. Let me give you a good example, right? Is generally is more difficult when coaches have. There are some coaches that they struggle when you give them unlimited resources. Then they have to think, what do I do? Where do I play this person? What? But if they had limited resources, their hands are tied. They just know what to do. An example is Lampard. When Lampard first came, remember when he first came and
mm,
he could not sign transfer ban. What happened? Lampard did well that season. He just youth team, obviously Mason Mount. They used him in depth. He knows what Mason Mount give. Abraham, James, Callum Hudson-Odoi. He had no choice. He just these are the people I'm going to use. This is how I'm going to use them. No, there's
mm,
no unlimited resource. Improve them. That's all. But now the next season, what happened the next season? When he was now given the power to go and spend, we now brought in Timo Werner. We brought in this Kai. I don't know if it's Kai, we brought in Kai Havertz too. We brought in Kai Havertz. We brought in the what now happened? We're not doing well because there were too many moving. But people were like, oh, why is Lampard playing this guy and this guy? Why is Lampard drop? It's the same thing, the same problem Slot is having.
but this is deceiving a little bit, right? You guys, I don't think it's the same thing because think of it this way. If
Mm-hmm.
you think of if you start in each position, Trent
Mm-hmm.
left, the replacement for
Mm-hmm.
Trent, Frimpong. So the same two. Frimpong and Conor Bradley. Previously, it
Mhm.
was Trent and Conor Bradley. If you check
Mhm.
Robertson, Simikas has gone on loan. Kekes came. So we still have the same
Mhm.
Kekes Robertson. Before it was Robertson Simikas, right? It's
But
not
now
it's
you have
deceiving.
on your on.
It's deceiving. Now look at it this way. In the striker
Mm.
position,
Mhm.
we had Jota, Luis
Mhm.
Diaz,
Mhm.
Nunes, Salah,
Mhm.
Gakpo.
Mhm.
These five,
Mhm.
right? They were not new players. They had played together, trained together for more than a season,
For a long time,
for
yeah.
a while. So you cannot compare the impact of the bench of these guys that have already
Mhm.
played together, that know where they will be, you know when he will make
Yeah.
the run, you know what he's going to do. To guys that are new, it's not the same impact of the bench that they will have statistically. It's not the same. I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah.
The
Yeah. I
expectation,
agree with you.
I have the expectation based on the quality of the player himself that Ekitike is a
Mm.
better player than Nunes. Fair, I can agree
Mhm.
with that. But if we look at it statistically, right,
Mhm.
ideally, these guys that play together, they already know what is going to happen.
Longer. They know
Based
the
on training,
movement. They just know this is
there's
how
a better
Nunes
chemistry.
behaves. This is what Nunes would do.
I know Nunes will make the run. Trent will send the ball.
Yes.
Look at when Nunes came on in the Newcastle game. This is during when Klopp was still there. Newcastle game.
Mm.
We're 10
Mhm.
men down. Nunes comes on.
Mhm.
Nunes,
Mhm.
Trent makes a pass to Salah. Salah gives a quick
Mhm.
pass to Nunes. He knew Nunes was going to make that run. You get what I'm
Mm.
saying? That's just an example I'm giving. So to me, it's kind of different. When you also look at this bench that this impact of the bench that Ikena is talking about, you look at Frimpong.
Mm.
Like I said, Frimpong is Trent's replacement. Robertson
Mhm.
is still Robertson. McAllister is a starter to me this season is
Mhm.
because he has not been fit and not been up to speed. That's why Maka is somewhat on the bench in some games. And then
Okay.
once Maka is up to speed, Maka will be a starter. Who is the backup for McAllister? Is
Mhm.
Jones. Who is the backup
Mhm.
for Gravenberch? It's Endo. To be honest, to
Window.
me, that's how I
Okay.
see it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Yeah. Yeah.
still the same Endo. That has not really
Okay.
changed. Um, Sobosai did not really have a backup that much. The backup,
True. True.
the
True.
expectation is now supposed like Florian Wirtz. That's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's
Mhm.
supposed to be. But of course, and it's thought to start Wirtz because he's a high profile player, and then he
Mhm.
doesn't want to be supposed like, but
Then
supposed he's so good, he's scared
Soboslai
to
ends up
bench
in
him.
right back.
He's scared to bench him, which is why I'll go to this guy's point, SSG's point of, is it SSB that said it or Ikena that said it? That is Ikena going to Ikena's point of he's making
Mm.
silly decisions, it's overwhelming for him, and he's making silly tactical
Mm.
decisions. I agree with Ikena on that point. I completely agree.
But and so
But
it's still the same thing I'm saying. You talked
but
about your rights, your right side of defense. You
wait, let me
said
just
Trent
finish what
was
I'm saying. I just wanted to address this point of like it might
yeah.
look like right that
Mm-hmm.
our depth looks better in terms of quality, but in terms of
Mm-hmm.
individual brilliance of that player,
Mm-hmm.
yes. But if you're talking in terms
Mm-hmm.
of chemistry, everything,
Mm-hmm.
not compared to last season.
Chemistry and the coach understanding the players.
Not compared to last season. Not compared
Okay.
to last season.
Now that's it's still the same thing we're saying. Now this coach
Mhm.
has so many players he's still trying to understand.
Yeah.
Compared to last season where he's seen them play together, there are videos of them. He knows what they will do, right? There's
Mhm.
no beating around the bush on what somebody will do and what someone will not do, right?
Yeah.
You talk of Frimpong. Frimpong is a totally different profile from Trent.
Yes. Exactly.
He's an overlapping fullback, very overlapping.
Yes.
Do you get what
Very high.
you
Yeah.
understand? So he's a very overlapping fullback, but at the same time, he doesn't have the passes that Trent will give. So that's different. That's a different thing the manager has to deal with. Now, Conor Bradley, who the coach knew from last season, he started him against Chelsea. What happened? He could not do his job. He could not after 45 minutes, he was done.
It's not the coach's fault.
Yeah,
Players
so
have to perform.
that's another thing, right? So, and you can also argue that that spiraled the manager into so many.
But why did the manager
Um,
not bring in Frimpong? I mean,
that's the
you have
question.
the backup. Why didn't
That's
you bring in Frimpong?
but the reason he didn't bring in Frimpong is
Yeah, that's
maybe
the point.
Frimpong is too overlapping. Do you understand? So if Frimpong
The
is too
structure of the
overlapping from a
unit don't
coach's
overlap too
from a
much.
yes, from a coach, but you can tell him, brother, let this be your starting position. I don't want your starting position being at the halfway line. We
Uh,
want to overlap when we have the opportunity to overlap. Do you get? So I think it's his fear of, oh, Frimpong is too overlapping. Let me bring in Frimpong. 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 Do you get? So I think it's his fear of, oh, Frimpong is too overlapping. Let me bring in Frimpong. Let me bring in Frimpong. Do you get? So I think it's his fear of, oh, Frimpong is too overlapping.
Yeah.
If you guys attack, probably Frimpong, but he's missing something. When you guys, if Frimpong overlaps with Salah, there's a bigger opportunity for you people to score. Those times that you guys faced Chelsea 4v3, probably Frimpong would have been involved in that play, and that's another option for you to score. Do you get what I'm saying? You are stronger, you go forward and you score. Then the onus will not be on Chelsea to do something. But if you are scared that, oh, this brother is so overlapping, let me go with Soboslai at right back. When we attack, Soboslai will just talking into the midfield. Do you get what I'm saying? That's fear from the manager. That's
That's
on
true.
the manager, right? So
I like
the
this.
manager now needs to figure out how to manage this. Your team now has more quality, if you ask me, in general. But the coach needs to figure out how to use them. I think that's just the missing piece. He needs to put these moving parts together himself and figure it out. Say, Kingsley, you don't understand.
Wait,
Trent
let's
and
read Ikina's
Robertson
comment. Let's
were
read Ikina's comment. Ikena
practically,
is saying, let's read Ikina's comment for AB. Ikena is saying,
yeah.
Kingsley, the problem is slot. Mourinho signed 1 million players when he came to Chelsea and won the league in his first season. Pep did the same with City. Slot is just an amateur manager. I mean, so far, based on things we've seen,
Actually, yes, yes.
showing,
He put those,
showing that
they put together the team and they won the league with it,
yeah,
right?
it's showing that hey, tactically very it's looking very like shaky these days. AB
Mm.
saying you don't understand. Trent and Robertson were practically the best fullbacks to play for Liverpool in the last 30 years. It's not just replacing them. Some of your players were the best in the world. I
In the
agree.
world. That's
Same
what
here,
I'm
I'm
saying.
not disagreeing
That's
at
what
all.
I'm saying.
Yeah, and in the midfield, yeah, it was
Oh my God.
now and
Wijnaldum was really good.
Alcantara was playing in that midfield. Henderson sometimes plays in
Oh
the
my
midfield. We
God.
had all these options. But if you look at the midfield that we had last season, it was
Hmm.
almost proving to look they are not the best in their position, but sometimes chemistry matters and work ethic matters. These are guys that have
Understand.
chemistry, work ethic. When you look at
Yes, is a
Bosa's
team.
work
Yeah,
ethic, McAllister work ethic, and then Gravenberch, nobody expected him to be that Gravenberch. Some of the things he did,
exactly.
nobody saw it
Yeah,
coming. So
yeah,
it
yeah.
worked, but then and it just comes into this season, he basically forgets that midfield. Everything he knows, he throws it away, and
Mm.
he has to
Put
integrate VSS,
Gavin,
VSS is not a proper player. It's
you
something
know what I
sometimes
think?
it's not just
Do
magic.
Loki, do you know what I think?
It's not just
Hmm?
magic. Mm,
Do you know what I think, Loki? Maybe you guys who have been one of the core things that's even affecting your manager might
mm,
be Viet. If you guys did not have Viet in that team, no, no, listen to me. Let me land. If you guys did not have Viet in that, he doesn't have an extra headache. You see that headache of that Viet's money is actually a burden on the manager because it's a case of if he's sitting down too much on the bench, people on top will start to talk. Oh, why is he what they can even call a meeting
what's going
because
on?
it's a huge investment. Oh, why is he sitting on the bench? Oh, he's not like, is there anything we can do? Can he do extra coaching? They won't want their investment to waste. So I just think that Viet is another big problem for him. If he didn't have that Viet, the thing would be much more simple. He'll probably just use a Kitike as your 10. Worst case scenario, and he'll move on. Do you get? But Viet, I don't know. That's another additional problem for your manager to figure
Mm,
out. So we'll see.
yeah, but what are your final thoughts?
Final thoughts. Like everybody is saying, Liverpool, you just need to win. You need to win Man U. If you don't win Man U, that's a big. The thing now is Amorin has not won back-to-back games. If he does it against you guys, his job is secure. Probably Man U get that boost, and their history continues from there. You can give them their history. But you need to be careful. We don't understand how important this game is, but you guys might end up giving Amorim the foundation and everything to build on. He's not one back to back. If he does it for the first time in his life, the players will start to believe, and the hierarchy will start to believe also, right? But you guys need to fix this. That last week of international break, I feel like you guys are the ones that needed international break the most. we've done. Everybody's rested. Back to repairing everything that needs to be repaired. It's just 3 games. It makes no difference, right? So yeah.
Anyways, you guys, we'll see what happens in the United game, but
Well, I like this one.
we'll see
You can
what.
like say if we don't know, I have to read out this one. I'm going to clip it. Say if we lose against United, I go buy Chelsea jersey. Okay,
I'll go
Now
buy a
remember.
Chelsea jersey.
Okay,
Uh,
okay, okay. Mhm.
that Chelsea, the United game, I
Mhm.
don't see us losing because it's at Anfield. We're at home. United away form has not been really great, but I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to act
True.
like they've not been some shaky things that we've seen so far this season. There's not been some
Mhm.
doubts in the manager that we've had, some
Mm,
subs that we feel like don't make the subs,
mm,
some players that started
mm.
in positions where we never felt confident with him starting those players in those positions. Right.
Yeah.
So all we can do is to watch that game and see what
Mm,
happens. For me, I have a
mm.
strong sense that we would win, but then I don't want to sound overtly confident because the games I went in
And
sounding
some,
confident,
yeah,
it turned out that yeah,
you
players are
drop.
expected to perform did not perform and we drop points. So we'll see what happens. International games after international break, it can go. You don't know what can happen. It
You
can go
always
either
shake
way.
it too.
It's always a shaky
Mm.
game with all these injury shouts that Gravenberch might be around, he might not be around. Konate is injured. We don't really know who will start. We don't really know what the manager will start with. So we have to see what will happen.
Okay.
But yeah, shout out to Ikena, AB, SSB, Dara, Lucky, every single person that came on the live, man. I appreciate you guys so much.
Harvey,
Thank
yeah.
Harvey. Thank you guys for coming. You guys,
Jordan,
it means a lot
Jordan
coming
came.
to the live every single day. But guys, we're live 5:30 p.m. every single day, 5:30 p.m. CST. Please subscribe if you've not done so and wait to 3K subscribers before the end of the year. Like this video,
Yep.
guys. Please like the video so it gets recommended to different people. You are doing the
Good
most
job.
impressive work for us by coming on the live commenting. I really, really appreciate you guys. So you guys, tomorrow we'll be back again with another stream. Let's grind. Let's grind. Good evening.
Hopefully Nigeria qualifies.
It is what it is. Good
Au
evening.
revoir.
Good evening. Good morning. Good night, wherever you're streaming from. You guys, tomorrow. All right.